Welcome. I'm sorry. It was just something. I know it sounds so silly to say. It was just something really flying by here as I started your message. So let's see if that's something that's going to be incorporated in your reading today. Welcome, Capricorn, to a new era. My name is Emma. I don't know what I'm supposed to say anymore. This is your general reading starting today on the 19th of November. I set the date to somewhere mid-month November to somewhere mid-month December. So that's the upcoming message timeline for you. It's a general reading, so it can be about career, health, money. There can be a little love sneaking in every once in a while. Let's see what comes out. I'm starting with a life purpose card. That's sort of the overall feel for your reading. Life purpose for Capricorn, please. And I have all the decks listed in the description box down below if you're interested in what decks I'm using. Really is working itself out there. Creative expression. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. And then there's an angel there standing painting. So maybe that's for some of you guys. It didn't come out though, but it was like working itself out there. So it's going to be interesting to see. Usually you get one card, but like I did the Sagittarius reading and they had 4. But it made so much sense why those 4 cards came out. Wow. So it's just saying that every once in a while there's a little love that is coming in. That's the first indication I get here. So let go of a past love. Let go of a situation, and please don't yell at me if you think that you have let go of some certain situation. Because this is, if you listen to me before, you know that unicorns and peacocks are my indicator that a soulmate connection is around. It has just become that over the years between me and my guides. That just has evolved into that. And so this is a unicorn, and you're being asked to let go of this unicorn. And on the bottom it says, walk away from the situation in order to resolve it. So it can mean that if you want to mend things in this relationship, the best thing for right now is to walk away from it. If you are searching for a new relationship, and perhaps you're even out of an old relationship. Maybe you're just sitting there now saying, I've been out of this relationship forever. Then probably perhaps there is a little bit of an energy connection still going on between you and your past love. In your surroundings, is there anything that reminds you of this person? Is there anything of theirs that you have kept? Is there anything that you constantly use, like perfume or songs or whatever it is that sort of reminds you of this person, that brings back the connection? It takes that one thought, and the connection is made again. So there's something about letting this go in order for you to step into the new. This is the overall. So we're going to go so much deeper and find out what this is all about. And then we have the builder coming out. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. So this is like you super... Either this is you, Capricorn, really have been doing some letting go of yourself. Maybe you should shape up a bit. Or this maybe is your person that you're longing for. Who knows? Not gender specific though here in this reading. This is all about like wanting to build a new life for yourself. We have the builder there, and it's talking about how everything that you want, you've done it yourself. Like you understand that it's your process that has guided you to this very moment and is going to guide you to the very things that you want in life, whether it's career or relationship or the body. You're looking ahead though. You're looking into the future, like what you can build for yourself. So let's see what the basic energy is for you, Capricorn. We're using the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck here to find out about the basic energy for you, Capricorn. first card out. Thank you. That was the first one, and this is... So yeah, there's love here. Love begins. And so you need to step away from the old energy, from some old relationship. And it doesn't cut it with just, literally it doesn't cut it with just walking away physically. I don't know, I see this spring cleaning. It's almost like you need to get rid of a whole bunch of things that so much remind you of this person. I've done that stuff myself. Like in the past, I've held on to, you know, a sweater that reminded me so much of them, or something very, very precious that maybe they bought you that really has some worth. To let go. It is just stuff. And if you're having a hard time, maybe we'll argue now that you have let go of the person just because you're keeping this watch that they gave you, or this piece of jewelry, or this token of their love for you, whatever they done for you in the past. If you are arguing or debating for yourself, that has nothing to do with whether you're letting them go or not. If you haven't sorted out stepping into a new relationship, and the name also comes to mind. So some of you might even have been married to the person, and you've taken, I find more and more today that if people get married, because usually now today, and especially in Sweden, I'm from Sweden, and it's not typical that you have to get married with a person just because you're in a committed relationship. And I find more and more that if you get married, it's not that like 100% sure that you're going to take their last name just because you get married. But if you've been married to this person, and the name comes to mind, is that if you've taken their name, maybe look into get your own name back. And this is usually more if you're a woman, because usually the woman will take the man's name rather than the man is taking the woman's name, although that has become more like in fashion lately, that you're taking the name, whatever the name is most, like this is more of a cool name rather than if it's his or hers. And if it's a woman and a woman, like you figured it out. There's something with the name. So if you feel attached because you kept their name, maybe feel into that, get rid of the name, get your old name back. I think that was it there. So yeah, love begins. They're asking you to let go of the past so that new love can come in. You're building a new life for yourself with everything. It feels almost like you're starting over. Like, I see this because I see everything in the movies and music. It's like I see this very grandiose kostymdrama. What the heck is that called in English? Costume drama? You don't say costume drama. I would directly translate it from Swedish to costume drama. It's like the full shebang. It's like the whole 9 yards. It's like the grandiosest thing that ever was played on the movie screen. It's like I see this, how you live this life, and there's been a lot of life, and at this stage in the movie is when we have that hopeful music starting to play, and it's like we know that you're gonna build yourself back up. Like this is not gonna stop you. I don't think necessarily that there's any, because there's good vibes here. There's really good energy here. So I don't think that you necessarily are depressed or feel like you're really under the weather or that life really sucks. I think this is rather that you've been waiting for a while. It's the waiting game, and things have just not been the right time. And with the pandemic going on, like it has forced everybody to come to a halt and just rethink whatever it is that you're doing. And if you've been on your way to move to another country, if this is wanting to connect with somebody relationship wise from another country, from another city, perhaps even haven't been able to go visit them in another city, it's been tough to make those connections. Although it has, for a lot of people, has deepening the relationships, because now instead of just quickly say, okay, so do you want to meet up? And then at first cup of coffee, you either rule them out or you rule them in. At this stage, you sort of have to continue to talk to people. You have to go deeper, and you really have to find out who they are before actually even at this stage have been able to see them, have been able to meet them. So the physical aspect of it sort of needs to be put aside. So internet dating, and I hear a lot about this, that it's like, no, it has deepened the relationships because you're forced to continue to play a mental game and really find out about the other person. Go figure. I'd say that is the norm usually, but I think that's a good thing. So there's something about whether this is more like the waiting game. It has taken you a while to get to this point, but you're building yourself up here now. And with this number 1 talking about new beginnings and love begins on the bottom, it looks really good. We're going to go deeper here and clarify exactly what's happening. The other basic energy is the Sun card. It's like it talks about joy and happiness, real joy, real heartfelt joy, like you're at the right time in your life finally. And it's 17, so it's all about the immortality, how the never-endedness of life, how nothing ends ever. It's just a continuous change and shift into new versions, new ways of being. And I am incorporating that even with death. So it's just talking about like I'm not saying that you're going to die. I'm just saying the immortality number speaks about how we're transcending everything. Life just continues on in however dire the situation looks, and whatever shifts in dimension or timelines you're doing, it just continues on. If we reduce it down, we also have a number 8 there. So it talks about endless possibilities right now. It's the infinity sign. It goes on for infinity. It never stops. And it's also what you've sent out is now coming back. What you've sent out is now coming back. And that is how it works all the time. It's just that before, what you've sent out and has come back probably hasn't been super much to your liking. It's going to be to your liking now. It's like good karma returns. So beautiful start here, guys. So let's clarify this love. Clarification for the love, please. I saw what it was. It's another sun. Oh my God, Capricorn. And it's your... Here they come to save your day. What has happened there? Like a little... It's like a little coded... Do you see that there? Like a little V thing happening here. I don't know what that is. 2 white dots. What's going on there? I don't know. The sun. It's the second sun card. You get 2 sun cards in the same reading. And it's not even clarifying the sun, although it is, because it's the basic energy. But it's clarifying that love begins, which is the sun, which talks about pure happiness, the heartfelt happiness. And do you see what I see? There's several things pointing to that this is your soulmate. If you would want to... I want it to focus. There you go. It's a unicorn. So it's your soulmate. You let go of the past soulmate. Maybe not soulmate. Well, we had a unicorn there. So, like, I'm not a believer of that there's one soulmate in a lifetime. I believe that soulmates can come in so many different forms. But the last one wasn't the one that you were supposed to now be with. And I'm not saying that the last one was wrong. I'm not even saying that, it's short or long or whatever. Like this, But this is the one that you're supposed to be with. You were supposed to be with the people you've been with in the past as well. Just as well as you're supposed to be with your family members and your friends and your coworkers and etc. Although this is a person that you're looking now to commit to. Whether you want to move forward with a marriage or whatever, it's like a super happy, committed relationship. On the bottom it says, life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. So it is a soulmate connection happening here. And it's also number 19. And number 19 for me is all about the Prince of Heaven and Princess of Heaven. It's a delivery of your person. And we have sunflowers all around. It's just the happiest card. We have 2 suns card. 2 suns cards. It speaks about so much happiness. So much happiness. I mean, it's like I wanted to, we can have career come out here as well. And if I were to sort of translate this into a career situation, this is just, it's not really, because it's so obvious that it is love, is romantic love that we're talking about. However, if we're gonna redo it into a career situation, this is all about meeting the exact person that you want to make business with, that you want to start off a business with, have a career with, like people speaking the same language as you're doing, like just really understanding what it is that you're trying to create. But for the majority of you, this is an incoming love relationship, and it's your person. So we're clarifying love begins with the sun. Let's clarify the sun. And I'm just getting, because it's 2 suns, so there could also be children, like sons, like maybe you have a son and you meet this person, or they have a son, like there might be children involved in that sense. Yeah. I know that some of you guys don't want, this is not a love reading, and I know some of you guys are just waiting to get to the general reading because it's not all the lovey-dovey stuff, but I will never stand in the way of what the message is that wants to come through. And this seems to be for the majority, and for the general, like it's not over yet, but it's a love reading. So 2 of Raphael, 2 hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. So it's so beautiful. And it's 2 stories coming out here, because we have the let go here from the overall. And it comes out as a life purpose. So it probably consumes the whole of you right now. If this is you, and it says walk away from the situation in order to resolve it. So the 2 stories that come out is that if you're in a relationship already with your soulmate, and it's been not fun, you've been getting into arguments, or there's just, not seeing eye to eye on something, and your feeling is that you really want to be with them. This is if you want to be with them, is to take a step back, maybe even be in separation for a bit, to just clear your mind and just sleep yourself into a better place. And when it says kindred spirits and don't give up on those you love, either what I'm saying to you now, if you're in a committed relationship and you want to go on we were on a break, just here, Ross from Friends. Yeah, if you want to have like a little break from them, if you want to be in a separated situation right now, and you feel like, when I say that, it makes your heart sink, or when I say there's hope for you, you feel really, really elevated, like you feel inspired. You will feel, by the way, like just because I'm saying that there's hope for you doesn't mean that you want to choose it. Like I'm listening to some of the readers out there every once in a while. If I'm guided to listen to somebody, and they are saying like, I see this past person coming back and they want to reconnect with you and so forth. It doesn't mean that I want to. And it makes it very clear that I don't want to sometimes. Like sometimes my guides will guide me to listen to something to make it very, very obvious that I do not want to reconnect with them. So just because I'm saying that there's a chance to reconnect here doesn't mean that you want to. And doesn't mean that that's your life story. If you don't want to, you're fitting in the singles category, okay? So important that you follow your own intuition and what, like, I am just a messenger here reading for hundreds and hundreds of people, in fact, thousands of people. And, you know, so you need to take that responsibility and feel what it is that you want. If you want to reconnect with this person, there's a chance to do so. I see this Phoenix rising, like this really, really hard journey that maybe perhaps you've had together. It can be such a thing as, oh, so the suns here are coming back. So just stay with me because this is a little side story. It's not going to be for all. In fact, it's going to be for just maybe a few. But this is an important story. Maybe that's why we're doing a whole love reading here today, because it's so important that you find this out. So maybe even that there's been a sun, and with the immortality, just know that, okay, my heart really goes out to you, because I'm feeling here that for some out there, knowing that the immortality card is coming out and it's telling you that, you know, life goes on and on and on and on. There's no death. And I'm saying, I'm not saying that you're going to die. I'm just saying, you know, life continues. It transcends everything. There's no death. I feel, though, that perhaps there's a couple out there, not a couple of you, like a pair, a couple, that has lost their son, or even as bad as their sons. And they have crossed over, and that really has taken a toll on the relationship. And this is a message for you specifically to know that, you know, the Phoenix Rising journey that you were on, the dark night of the soul, it's over. It really is. It almost brings me to tears. Oh my God. I do apologize. This journey, oh shoot, sorry. I cannot stay away from the energy. Okay, sorry. And I do not want to pause and redo the whole thing, because it feels so important that you get this message that the whole dark night of the soul, even how dark it looks in the moment, okay, there's so many things coming through at once here, and then I'm guided back to this. Let go. So I saw this little puppy there at the beginning, but I wasn't drawn to talk about it, but I saw the puppy. And this let go, it's like, this is almost like, okay, so we need to let go now of the tragic situation that your son has crossed over, because it's consuming you. This is perhaps just maybe for one person. So this is your soulmate standing next to you saying, like, if we're gonna survive this, we need to let go of this terrible, terrible situation that this person has crossed over. And I'm here to tell you that this is gonna pass, and you're gonna make it. And this Phoenix Rising that is sitting in the sand here, we're put it to rest. You're gonna come back once again. This is not a quarrel with another person. Maybe for some of you other guys it is, but for this very message, this very side note that is coming in, this is not about a quarrel. This is not about like, maybe they're not my person. This is about when something hits you so hard that you freaking can't connect with anything or anybody, because you just lose yourself. You just can't find your way back there for a bit. And so separation seems to be the thing for now, to just regroup and come back into your own energy. And you will, Capricorn, you absolutely will. And if this is if you're a cross watcher watching this and you wonder if you ever are going to get your Capricorn back, you will. You're kindred spirits, and is this, don't give up on those you love. Just stay the course and have patience, because this is going to work itself out. Okay. And then for the rest of you, if you're single, this is all about like leaving the past behind, leaving the old relationships behind, leaving the even old soulmates behind, and coming together in this most beautiful light. This is making the first connection, so it's not too far off. Let's see if we can get a time frame for this. It's not too far off that you're actually going to step into this relationship. And then we have King of Gabriel, which is the highest energy around a person. And it could be a connection with Leo, because they have a Leo necklace around their neck. But other than that, I believe that this is your person. If you feel like this is you, take it on, Capricorn. But I feel like this is your person coming in, who is generous, inspirational, dramatic, and driven. Can even be a Leo that is coming in. It can be anything. It can be anybody. It can just talk. The Leo can talk about strength and how they're very strong and very powerful, and really know who they are. They're sitting there on the throne and really know themselves. Very confident. It's a very attractive energy. And then we have this 10 of Ariel. This card has come out quite a few times now, talking about France and Paris and the Eiffel Tower. And when this card keeps coming out, or when the message keeps coming out for the collective, it's like, I know, okay, so this is something that is not just for you or just for a couple of people within the Capricorn family. This is when it's for the collective. But usually is the message, usually is like, okay, so there's a lot of people that are wanting to break free right now. There's a lot of people that are finding their soulmates right now. But rarely, if ever, have I gotten like a country or a place. And it seems like France, particularly Paris, particularly the Eiffel Tower, is coming out over and over again. And it can be due to a little bit of law of attraction. Like, because I've started to focus on it, it keeps showing up. But I feel like for the collective, there could be something there. And I don't know yet. They're not giving me any like understanding of what that is. And so it might not even be for me to find out. But I am a bit curious why it keeps coming out. And as I told another sign, when I opened my screensaver yesterday and also today, the Eiffel Tower is the actual. And if you have Google and if everybody's getting the same image, you have also gotten the Eiffel Tower on your screensaver on your computer. So it's really fascinating. Other than that, this is the most romantic love card that you can get. 10 of Ariel talks about how we've stepped into now a completion of the old. It's a full completion. You lived your karmic cycles, and we've come to an end of that, and we're now stepping into the new. So 10 is all about a new beginning, but it's also like a full circle. We come full circle in love. So it's time for the new. And it might even be that you're going to go on a little trip when this pandemic has resolved itself, to go to Paris, to have a little flirtatious, I don't know what you have. Pit. I don't know what you have in Paris. But it's talking about love for sure. Okay, I'm going to end it there. No, I'm not. I'm being corrected. I'm going to give you some final advice, and then I'm going to go into the extended reading and see what I will find for you there. And it's interesting because then I don't know if it's going to be like a deepening of the love or if it's actually going to be career that then shows up there. So I don't dare to say what's going to come. But what I'm usually saying is if you resonated with this reading, then the extended will pay off for you. Final advice for Capricorn. Oh my God. Oh my God. Who are you? So we have the Lovers. We have number 6, the Lovers card. So you definitely are meeting your person. I mean, we have 2 Suns card. 2 Suns coming out. It talks about the genuine, from the heart, joy and happiness. And 19, Prince and Princess of Heaven with the unicorns, your soulmate. Love begins. We have the kindred spirits are meeting and you're hooking up in Paris. Like, and then the Lovers. What? Like, oh my God. If I didn't know anything better, this is the ultimate love reading in the general reading. And then the Universe. You get to have it all. You get to have it all, Capricorn. Literally all. Whatever you wish for, you're in alignment with the universe right now. That's your face coming through the vortex. Like peekaboo. I can have whatever I want right now. Lucky number 21. I'm glad that final advice came out. So if you feel like you resonate with this, maybe you want to come listen to the extended reading. That's in the link down below. There's people asking me where it is. And maybe it's your first time here, and I can understand that it can be a bit tricky. Next to the title, there's a tiny, tiny little arrow. Just click the arrow, and a curtain comes down, and it's the first link there, the blue link. Just click on it, and it will take you to the extended. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.